Man suffers major burns after pinned by cops on hot pavement. An arrest in Phoenix this time caused a man to be covered in third-degree burns, and now he's filed a federal lawsuit. That's what's happening in Phoenix. During the arrest, officers pinned Michael Kenyon on the asphalt. Temperatures reached 114 degrees that day. You understand how hot it gets in Phoenix. Oh, it's blazing hot there. He was pinned for 4 minutes as his body was burned. Please, please, I can't move. I didn't do anything, Kenyon yelled during the altercation. Just as I'm giving you the details, run it down, set a timer, 4 minutes. Hot asphalt. A lot of people won't walk their dogs like that or put little shoes on them or carry them. Can't do it. You ever try walking barefoot on hot asphalt? No, 4 minutes. Michael Kenyon and his attorneys filed an official notice of claim December 30th, stating they would settle for $15.5 million or proceed with a federal lawsuit against the city. And a black star giving us this one. At the time police approached Kenyon, they were reportedly investigating a theft in progress. However, it was later determined that he was not a suspect, but the damage had already been done. Lawsuit argues that as temperatures reached 114 degrees, 4 Phoenix police officers pinned Kenyon to the ground for more than 4 minutes. Claims that this was a result of inadequate training and supervision, pointing out that the city's 1,147 pages of operations orders contain no mention of the severe risk involved in restraining individuals on hot pavement. Again, I got to pause. Does everything have to be written in some kind of code enforcement book? Or can we count on some people to have a little more common sense? I'm sure these officers came in contact with the hot asphalt. Did they move? Or did they stay with their skin exposed on it? You cannot legislate everything. You cannot put everything in a rule book. That's the issue I have with They need more training and supervision, though I understand it for the purposes of this lawsuit. Some people just show up bad to the bone and not worthy of the position. You dig? Kenyon, who has not faced any charges related to the incident, spent more than a month in the hospital recovering from severe burns on his face, arms, chest, and legs. It's not a throwaway suit, folks. His attorney released this statement. Phoenix police are demonstrating an utter disregard for human life over and over again, said Bobby DiCello, one of Kenyon's attorneys, according to ABC 15. This young man was burned to the 3rd degree because his skin was cooked on asphalt. I'm glad the attorney put it that way because that's what happened. As a reporter, they used to ask us to do really dumb things in heat waves like, can you bake cookies on the hood of the car? Or can you crack an egg alive on the asphalt to show the viewers at home how hot it is? Yeah, let me get right on that. His skin was cooked. Michael is 30 years old. At an average life expectancy, he should live another 42 years. That is 15,330 days, the claim states, according to ABC 15. We are confident that not a single one of you would choose to live in Michael's disfigured body and traumatized mind for $1,000 a day. And we are confident a jury would agree that this is a modest sum for what the Phoenix Police Department has caused to him. The lawsuit is ongoing. Here's what I hate about it. I want him to get every dime. But guess who's paying? The taxpayers. Taxpayers are paying. And guess who's not generally paying the appropriate consequence? Maybe there'll be some consequence here, but I didn't hear anybody was suspended. I didn't hear anybody lost their job. The cops. This is like monopoly money to them. They could care less, guys. I think this is so serious. And it reminds me, even though Mr. Floyd died after having someone kneel on his neck for 9 minutes. Mm-hmm. This man could have died, and I believe he's in severe pain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, as if global warming wasn't bad enough, it's now being weaponized against people by the cops. And yeah, good. I'm glad that this guy is suing the cops that did this to him, and I hope he is very successful. You're absolutely right to bring up the fact that this is a waste of taxpayer dollars. Every time the cops do something crazy like this, the public is the one that pays for it in one way or another, right? Whether it's with our tax dollars or just with our humanity, we're the ones paying for it. And they're saying that this is a matter of inadequate training, but like, how intelligent are these cops who, again, wield deadly authority over the public, right? How intelligent are they? If the cop needs something like that written out in a code, if the cop needs to be trained on how not to put people on burning hot asphalt in Phoenix, Arizona, right? These cops live in Phoenix. They know how hot it is. They need to be trained on this. Maybe they're just not smart enough to be in charge of anyone. Maybe they shouldn't be
That
trusted with
part.
a gun and qualified immunity. And perhaps this is at least part of the reason why the cops do not command as much respect as they feel like they should.
You're spot on again. I couldn't agree more. And I will take it here because I don't believe everyone's that stupid. Menacing,
Mm.
mean, hurtful, and deliberate. I think a lot of people in these situations have been demonstrated to be. We can't get inside their heads, but I think they knew it was hot.
No,
They knew
absolutely.
it was
And I agree with you
114
on that.
degrees.
But I just want to remind people that that was the excuse that the police
Stupid.
gave, was that there was inadequate training, which is
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Call it whatever you want. I agree with Yaz. Stupid. And you should not be considered for the role. And perhaps there should be some kind of testing that it can be developed. Dr. Richey's talked about it. We need to know who you are, your temperament, what makes you tick before we can give you a badge and a gun and tell you to start bossing people around.